Hello, hello, hello. Antphrodite here, your pop culture psychic, back to you again with another reading. So unfortunately, there has been another mass shooting in America. My condolences go out to the families of the victims. It's extremely tragic, and I know we're all tired of hearing this happen over and over again and there being no change. So one of my followers suggested that I see if I can do a reading on gun reform and if that's going to ever happen in our lifetime. And I figured I'd try. I don't know if the news is going to be positive, but I'm going to try. So remember, these readings all at different chambers only, and let's get started. Okay. All right, so I guess guns, reform, there's too much money. What? Ace of Wands. Yeah, look at all the pentacles. Okay, so the Ten of Wands is upright. The Ten of Wands makes sense, right? It's a burden. It's a burden that some people feel like is like a necessary thing when you look at like the act of the weapon, things like that. Like the Ten of Wands, like, oh, I feel like I need this. I feel like it's worth it. I feel like I want to protect myself. I understand that. That makes sense. The Ten of Wands makes sense. It's like, yes, it's a heavy burden. Yes, it's a serious thing, but I feel like it's a necessary thing for me to have. I get that. The Ten of Pentacles is reversed. That makes sense as well. We know there's a ton of money behind weapons and things of that nature. We understand that. Capitalism at its finest. I get that. The Ten of Pentacles being reversed is that there's just too much money to be lost and too much money to be gained for our society to kind of do too much right now. It's just all money. The Ace of Wands is the birth of something new. Now, this is where I'm interested because the Ace of Wands is about new tools or new weapons. So I do think that we're going to start to utilize new forms, especially when it comes to police and stuff. Now, this might take years, but I don't know if it'll be in our lifetime. I can't really tell the timeline, but I am seeing new weapons used that aren't like, what we use now. Like what we use now would be considered primitive. Like there's technology that's being advanced to kind of utilize things. Like, how like if you have certain things that release like a sonar thing and like people can't move because like it's too loud or shit like that. Like technology seems to be advancing and there's going to be discoveries. Maybe even with AI and robotics and things like that, as things get more and more advanced, I do think that we're going to be utilizing, or at least maybe police and things of that nature, are going to be utilizing new weapons that aren't going to be, that are going to utilize other tools to kind of stop or harm people. Maybe harm is a strong word, but like prevent people, like more strategic rather than like a threat to like shoot someone. It seems like it's going to be more strategic, like disarming, just sort of disassociating people, like when they use tear gas or when they use the tax on the road for the cars. I'm seeing things like that. So there are advancements being made. They will actually be utilized because there's going to be money to be made from those things. So not necessarily the greatest reasoning, but I do see that. I don't know how long it's going to take, but hopefully that little bit of hope will help us because it's going to be utilizing other ways to kind of like stop people. However, is that going to stop people from getting, weapons themselves? It doesn't really look like that just yet. The Seven of Swords is about a victory at any cost. And the Two of Pentacles is like, I'll do anything, any business deal, anything I'll have to do. And the Two of Swords is like, I'll separate from anyone if I have to, and I'll keep other people separated. So these are the people that like push for guns and things of that nature. Nothing's going to stop them. And they will literally do everything they can to prevent other people from stopping them. Right now it's just, it's the money's going to win, right? That we can't do anything versus money. So it's about timing. I know it's really hard to hear that. I know I wish I had better news for you. But timing is very important. The Five of Pentacles is my apprenticeship card, and the Seven of Wands reversed with the King of Pentacles. I do think our government is going to start to, I don't want to say start because you guys are going to be like, is it going to be tomorrow? It's going to be a long time. But within maybe a decade or longer, I don't know. Sorry, it's hard to tell timing, but I do think we're going to start to see the rise of leaders who are passive. Seven of Wands reverse is a passive person. It's like, I don't really want to prove myself and I want calm. And the King of Pentacles is about establishing things differently when it comes to money. So I am starting to see many, many years down the line, our leaders are going to prioritize passivity, and monetizing something new. It's almost like a new crop or a new resource. There's some sort of farming of that that leads to passivity. It's going to take a very long time, though. So, Three of Cups is upright, Page of Wands is upright, and Queen of Swords. Now, this is also interesting because the Three of Cups is about a distrust amongst people, right? And people feeling like, I don't trust people, I need to protect myself. And I get that. The Page of Wands is upright and the Queen of Swords. I do think we're going to... Interesting. I do see a change coming when it comes to guns. Something to do with the way that you express guns or show guns. I'm not super educated on guns, so maybe some of you can understand this. I don't know if it has to do with modifications. Page of Wands might be modifications, stricter modifications, like that people make to guns. And the Queen of Swords is upright too. There might be a change in the age as well when it comes to, purchasing or modifying guns and weapons. That might be something that's discussed. And the Three of Cups is also a limit to how many you can have as well that I'm seeing. Three of Cups is like changing the limit. I also think there might be discussions about families. Like there might be rules about like how many people live in a house can have, like per household. That might be something too that might be discussed. Three of Wands is upright, Stars reversed, and Justice. There is some sort of... Yeah, I will say there's going to be a new bill or something that's going to be trying to be passed. The Stars reversed, which says that they're going to try and distract from this. So there is something coming. The Three of Wands is upright, which means that someone's trying to stop a manufacturer or tax a manufacturer that makes guns or something like that. There's something deep rooted in the gun industry that there's some sort of like trying to get them when it comes to their money and stifle their money that is coming down the pipeline, and there's going to be some sort of form of distraction to try to distract from this and not have people kind of back this. But I do think it's going to get through. So little by little, they're getting them at their core and where it hurts the money. Also, Star being reversed tells me that no amount of like celebrity or anything or any popular person is going to be able to persuade or change people or change this. So no amount of endorsement or public posts or on social media is going to change this. Star being reversed says that it has to do with the people, like regular people. Ten of Swords is upright, Hierophant's upright, and Three of Pentacles is reversed. I think we're also going to see changes when it comes to the people who sell weapons and guns and things of that nature. Because the Hierophant is about what you're supposed to follow through with. It's a commitment. But the Three of Pentacles is just says you're not doing your job. It's reversed. And the Ten of Swords is a betrayal, which means you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, which means you're starting to see more strict rules with people who sell them. When, where, how much, things like that. I know it's already strict. It's going to get stricter. That I do see as well. They're little by little squeezing the parts that they can. The Six of Wands is upright, the Seven of Cups is reversed, and the Two of Cups. Unfortunately, I mean, look, the Six of Wands is an ego card, right? The Seven of Cups is reversed, which is about dealing a dose of realism, and the Two of Cups is like a separation from people. Number one, the people that are in charge are completely separated from the average person and they don't care, right? We already know this. But number two, that tells me that as long as we're divided and we're not connected as a community, we'll never stand a chance to kind of enact any sort of positive change in our lives. This is a sign of like we are eliminated community from our everyday, and we are so disconnected from each other. Even though we're online all the time, we're disconnected from each other. And so as long as we're kept disconnected, we are powerless. We have to rebuild community. Yep. Eight of Cups is reverse, Page of Swords, and Sun. I will tell you this. I am seeing the forming of a rebellious group, a new rebellious group. I do see the forming of that. I'm not sure if it's physical or if it's like internet. Like, think of it like internet pirates. There seems to be a new group forming here. I don't know if it has to do with like Elon Musk or something he says or does. I don't know. All I can tell you is there's some sort of internet. It's like anonymous, but it's not anonymous. It's something different. And it just feels like it's a new forming of like a rebellious I don't know about anti-government. That would be a strong word. More like for the people group. But I want to say that it's a bit more anarchist. Is that the word? What's the word I'm thinking of? Like someone who like vigilante, maybe, like that's maybe the word. Stuff like that. That I see forming pretty soon. I think our next election is going to be very, very important for the future of our country, and I think it's going to make a lot of people question things. So I don't know. Maybe this reading isn't super informative and maybe not the most positive, but I figured I might as well try. You guys asked, and I figured, this is going to be difficult. I've never done anything like this before, and I might as well try and see what I get. So no promises, all ledger for achievers only. Maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully some of these things, some of the changes happen quicker. And hopefully, I personally would like to see some sort of, I can't speak, what is the sentence? I can't even think straight. Some form of gun reform. There it is. I couldn't think of it. I'm hoping for that, but I understand that people have their own opinions. Please be respectful to each other. Again, my heart goes out to the families of the victims, and I just don't want to see any more tragedies. But I'm gonna leave it there. Until next time, I love you guys. If you like the content, please support it. Join the YouTube members. It's linked down below. Until next time, bye. Sorry, this isn't like a normal uplifting video.